Hi everyone, how are you all? I'm well, thank you very much. I'm Jodie. This is my channel and it's called Jodie Elsa's Pet because I have here a very precious part of our family. She's just having a sleep, and this is Elsa. And because she's got me wrapped around her little finger, I do everything she wants. So yeah, I'm her pet. I'm pretty sure she thinks that way as well. Yeah. Today we are doing some wax melts. Now I'm pretty sure you would have, if you're interested in wax melts, you've either probably done them or you've seen lots of videos on them. And I want to do some wax melts. I've sort of got something in my head to do them for pets. My little girl here, she has lymphoma, and I wondered what sort of they're meant to work for humans, and dogs have like their scent, their olfactory nerves are just a million times, I don't know if it's a million, but it's a much more than ours. And then I went down the road of trying to research what sort of essential oils are good for dogs. And I've had to write a couple of things down, which of course I can't see because I need my glasses. So there are some scents I was quite surprised that are bad for dogs. So, I was right. They have millions of receptors, olfactory receptors in their nose, and it's such a heightened smell for them. So apparently, like an essential oil is a chemical basically, and they can't metabolize the oil like the oil particles like we can. That is something that I had never thought of before. So I sort of thought, well, maybe, kids with asthma would I haven't looked into it. I'm going to actually have to track down a chemist of some sort. Fingers crossed he's cute, young, gish, and single. Come on. So, I'll need to do a lot more research because Google isn't cutting it. Oh, and she's off. So for today, I just thought, alright, let's do some wax melts on the cheeks, something you can do. Now, I'm just going to turn off the aircon since Elsa's not sitting in front of it, because it does actually affect how the wax sets. It doesn't hurt it, but it sets so much quicker in the cool. And oh, excuse me, make yourselves comfortable. There, I didn't turn it off, I've just like poked it down. I've got I gave up on the tripods because they fall over everywhere, and I've got a stand for my tablet. That tablet just sits on, and so it stays upright, and it's working fine. So, and it's very stable, so there'll be no more like looking at my roof and stuff like that. So what I've done first, if you've got ice molds of any type in your fridge, in your cupboard, look in your cupboards, guys. This is where I found these that I hadn't, and there's plenty of them. I'm just going to show you this one because this is probably one I'll use today. This is another little one. Now I went ahead and made some hearts, and I'll tell you why in a sec. So these type of things, I'm not scented. I don't know if that bothers you. Excuse this up here. Now I'm doing this because I have such a bad back. I'm doing this in my room, and you've probably seen people with these, and which I have, but I did put like smash a hole in the bottom of this one when I was cutting up this candle, because we're not making these straight from scratch. Obviously, like, I've smushed up this candle already, and it's in here melting. It's in this little thing here melting. And these, so I got I got more than two, but I wanted to show you this one. I have one exactly like it, which I used to make little hearts, and then this one is unscented, so I added scent to that. This one is a lime candle, and it was like 480 grams. So if you're buying, like, the cheapest soy wax I can find, unless I want to buy it in bulk for over $100, is 500 grams for $5, and I have to order that in from Kmart. These candles, this was 480 grams. I do have scales, so I'm not. This is my my candle bag. It has everything in it apart from what I'm got out. So that's where I store everything. So yeah, I grabbed some candles that one was already, most were already scented, but there are a couple that weren't, and they were 50 cents. So I've gone ahead and maxed. I'm trying to say melted wax, but I've said maxed. So we could use that as a shortcut. If I say maxed, it means I'm melting my wax. I do have different colours. Oh, that's like, this is my bag of colours and different scents. But because I thought, okay, you guys might not want to do that, today I've used, and I'm going to get slammed by all the like professional candle makers out there. These aren't for the dog, by the way. These are for my kids, so it doesn't really matter. No, I'm joking. Of course it matters. But so I had some crayons. And I thought, well, there's lots of different colours. They are wax, they are edible, like a child can actually eat these. So they can't be, they're not toxic. And they come in, oh man. So they come, you know what I'm talking about. They come in all these different colours. Lots of different colours. I think there were 24 in this pack. There's a brown, and I used, I'll show a tiny bit of green. So I broke off, and with some scissors I just shaved a bit into where I'm maxing the wax. Nah, I got tongue-tied. Excuse me. I'm not drunk. Should be, but I'm not. So yeah, and it worked really well. I thought. I'll show you the difference in colour. I had to take some out. I had to take some wax out of this because it only holds about 500 grams. Alright, so originally the candle was that colour, just a very like limey green, and with a few shavings of Crayola or crayons. It's gone up to that green, and I could probably add more, but I just wanted to test it, see if it worked, and say, well, save your kids' crayons. Okay, so the only thing that I purchased beside the candles were these little wax melt holders, and I got them from Temu, and they were cheap, but what I'll be doing is I'll be pouring the candle wax in, letting them set, and then demolding them and then packaging them, instead of going through all this plastic every time. I made little hearts out of that candle. Do you guys do arts and crafts? Like, what sort of things do you like doing? I can't open this now. Alright, so in there, I'll just pick one of these out. That one's 6. Oops. Hang on. Let me just put that to the side. I'll show you one of these. So, just a little heart. Now, that was the top of the mold, so it was like, let me show you. So that's how it looked in the mold, and then I just popped it out, and I put some vanilla scent in there. Hang on, let me do it. Let me show you. So that's how it's going to look like from the bottom of the mold, from the top. So when it's turned over, that's what's going to show, not this gungy side over where it's got a dip. Now I'm sure once I get better, I'll avoid that type of thing. And it's, as I said, it's vanilla because it seemed to go with the lime. Now, yeah, it's a citrus smell. All right, so I'd love to be able to like tilt this down somehow so you can. I might hold it. I might hold the phone over the wax so you can see what I'm trying to talk about. Now this is it's a Veet. It's meant for body hair, but I've never used it for that. And it's good because am I showing it right? So there we go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a bit of colouring in there. Now this doesn't heat the wax up to a point where it burns off the scent. I tried finding out how much, like how much it heats up to, but I couldn't. I didn't seem to have any information on that. The thing, like, when I do bigger batches, like I could do them like I guess a double boiler on the stove, or I don't know, microwave. The microwave's like up, and I'd have to reach up and then like pull it down, and I already know what's gonna happen. I'll like reach up to get it out of the microwave because I'll be like, I'm in a wheelchair, so I'll be doing that, and then suddenly it'll go all over me. So my kids call me Gumby, because they reckon I can fall over a hair, and yeah, I've done that before. These are translucent, sort of shimmery wax colorants, and I'm going to add a bit of one of these. I'll try and get the white one on top. Oh, they come like that. All right, let's see how much of a mess we can make. Okay, so I'll put a bit in, and then I'll start stirring it, and then I'll show you. I'll move the phone as I stir. I'm gonna try that much, which is probably too much, but we'll see. It's all over me. I'll just close that. Okay. I will get it into a jug, don't worry. I will do that. Oops, sorry. That's my hand, you don't want to see that. So, here we go. Oh, see how it brings out that, oops, you can't. See how it brings out a nice sort of shine. Now the other problem with this Veet is that it doesn't have a pouring spout. So when you pour it into another container, which does have a pouring spout, it tends to like drip down the sides. Can you see that okay? I hope so. Now that's a lovely green from a crayon. And now we just got to work out, oh, this is when I really need someone to be able to, like, I need to be able to hear you guys. Because I don't know what scent to add. Because I want to make it a bit stronger. Look at that. I love the shimmer. Okay, back to me. Yeah, I wouldn't mind opinions of the scent to add to the lime, because candles can't have they only can have like a, depending on the wax and the fragrance, it's a pretty low rate, but with the wax melt, because you don't have any fire, there's no wick, you can bump up the smell, and that's what I want to do. Let me smell it. It smells of lime, but not coconut. That would go. Do you think lime and coconut, or a bit of lemon and coconut? I have a little, this is what I use. Well, I haven't actually used it yet. It's a little egg cup, but I found that in my cupboard and I thought that would be perfect for pouring scents into. So far, out of pocket, this is like $2. I think these were maybe 3, and the candles at 50 cents each. I already had, yeah. So that's coconut. So I'm just gonna add it straight in. And then I guess I'll have to take it out of there and mix it around. Coconut and maybe a bit of the lemon, I don't know. It's only drops. I'm only sort of adding drops because it's, as I said, it's already scented. I do love I love the colour with that shimmer through it. Oh. And I know you're not meant to add your, what do you call it, it's your fragrance at a high temperature. Apparently it burns it off, but some people say it doesn't make a bit of difference, like, so I don't know. I'm just adding it while it's still in the warmer, because I know as soon as I pour it into this thing, the mess will start. I have a couple of trays that I'm using for stability, and that's about it. Had them in the cupboard too. So it's, you know, you don't even need a wax melter. You can just do it on like double boil on the stove, or I don't know, I know some people put it in a microwave. Now the candle obviously came in a block, so I just got this thing, put it on a cutting board, and well, I can show you through here, just like push down, smudge out, and I use this because the candle was a sort of like a pillar candle, and I was chopping it in slices. But so it's just, and next time I will chop it like down to maybe a powder, more of a powder. It's pretty soft, but it doesn't melt in the heat. It doesn't melt in the Queensland heat. The soy wax, that does, and it's not holding its shape. Alright. So, I just want to show you what I mean. Chuck that straight back in there. And it's still a bit chunky, but you know. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is set out the moulds that I want to pour into, and because I think I'm going to have to do that fairly quickly. I would like to make some little hearts. I have leftover, like some hearts of whatever this is. Oh, we were going to add some lemon, and that's a good thing about these, is that you can pick and choose what you're going to add. I hope it doesn't end up smelling like a toilet, but we'll only do a tiny bit. And this is a tiny sample of lemon. But that's what I'm getting. I'm getting lemon, lime and coconut from it now. And I won't just dump this straight in. There's no my luck, I'll stuff it up and it'll go. So I'll put it in there. Put a couple of drops. Smell how strong it is and add it. So I'm not actually weighing out any of these fragrances, mainly because I'm not adding a lot, and they're not my only fragrance. As I said, the base fragrance was already there, and I'm just adding a few things to like enhance it. I was going to say enchance it, but that's not a word. I know that. Alrighty. I really think we should have a quick stir. I'm gonna get this out in a second. Start pouring. I want to be able to hold the camera so you can see as I pour and make a horrendous mess, but I'm not sure if that's going to be possible. Where's my cameraman? I need a cameraman. I need a lighting man. Oh, I need makeup. I need hair. I need the whole... I need everything, baby. I need everything. So this would probably be more exciting if... Alright, I'm just going to add a bit more coconut and then... No, a bit more vanilla. Ooh, I'm forgetting what I'm adding. I'm just adding until it makes a nice smell. Vanilla and coconut go well together, and these are going to my kids, so, and I know that's a scent that they like. It's got a bit of citrus coming through. Yep, alright, that'll do it. Now, I don't know if you've ever bought wax melts, but when I first bought them, I thought one was meant to like do it, like put one in and the room's meant to smell. Apparently not. Apparently you have to use 2 or 3, at least 2. In a bathroom, I should show you my wax melt light, because it's a lamp. Oh, but if I grab it, it's got wax in it. If I grab it, I'll burn myself. I'll do that in a sec. Let's get this wax poured. So I'm just going to clear off the thing. Now this is not for the wax, right? Because it'll only give me a height. This is a temperature for. Don't use these on yourselves or your kids, because it doesn't give a true reading of your body temperature. It gives a surface reading of your skin, and that's it. So if you got a little one, a grandson or a granddaughter, or a daughter's little one, where it's really important that you know their temperature, don't use one of these, because you could put a cool cloth on them and be trying to cool them down, and then you like zap, go like that, and you know, apparently that's 35.9. So it's really, yeah, I just thought, because I did get this out just to see if it would work on the wax, but it doesn't have a high enough reading. So, and then I thought, well, I'll keep that in so I can just maybe let you know not to use them, because they need you a surface temperature. Okay, stop yapping on, woman. I'm just trying to... don't know whether to add more coconut, but I don't want to lose the citrus. I'll add some in here. The thing I really don't like about these particular ones is that they have that type of hole. And I've tried taking the white part off, and yes, you guessed it, it just went, the white part went that way and the liquid went that way. So I'm just chucking, I'm going to pour some wax in here, and we're going to finally pour some wax melts. Longest wax melt video in history. So I've got 5 of these sort of done up already, ready to go. Just trying to get the heart the right way up, because in my jiggling them about, so I'm just going to line them up. I'm not even on camera, good God. I mean, good grief. Alright, I'm going to put while I move the wax onto my other surface, just going to put the lid on it, because I really don't want that ending up all through my bed. Put that over there a bit. It's just a matter of trying to get everything level. Uh-oh, here comes the Elsa. Come on, come on. I put the air conditioning, it's still on, but it's facing down, so it's not on her. Sorry, master. Alright, let's just pour for. Okay, now, as I said, the problem with this is that I probably filled it up too much. I'm going to use this jug. Hopefully it doesn't have a hole in it. There we go. Oops. It's caught on the things. Alright, now to pour. To pour. Oh, it's not level. Oh, it's not level, my lovelies. It's not level. The little... Oh, well. This is why I'm going to have to maybe do these out on the table. I won't fill them right up. They're easy to, these things are easy to pour. Alrighty. Okay. Show you. If I could turn the camera around, but you can't. You can't, I'm sorry. So let me, so we've got them like that, and the hearts are in them. Like, oh, like soldier on, and have you had a good enough look? Or do you want to see some more? That one's, the colour turned out nice, I thought. Oh no, I just thought, how am I going to show you? How am I going to show you? Hang on, I'm trying to work out how they turn out. What am I going to do? Because they won't be ready. Oh, I've taken up 40 minutes of your time already. It smells really good in here. Oh, sometimes it's so hard not to eat them. So they're already starting to set. I need like, I need a long, like, I'm gonna move this there. Hello, I am with you. I'm going to put the aircon on and blow them. Okay, so I'm going to continue on. I'm so glad I've finally got this first bit done. I'm going to melt the rest of this And I'm going to make some hearts, and what I'm going to do is pour this into here. I might have to work out how to do one of those shorts. You know, the minute long thingamajiggies, and that way I can show you what they're like unmolded, and you'll be able to see the heart if you're interested. You might not be, but I'll try and do one of those just in case someone is interested. I mean, I've seen some, you know, amazing looking stuff that people have done, but it costs them, I dare say it costs them a fair bit of money. So if you want to make a wax melt on the cheap, and, you know, buy a candle. Buy it already, it's already scented. If you can get the ones that are, like I got a couple of Christmas ones, they were 25 cents. And I think they're about 250 grams. I'm not sure what scent it is. I will also continue to do some research on scents that are good for dogs. And I know lavender, I can't say it, chamomile. I can say it. Chamomile helps relax them. So I'm pretty sure that's what it does with a human too. But the purpose of having your dog relax and not just sit there and not do anything is that they're not exerting that energy, and they can keep it to fight off whatever ails them. So let's see, I'm gonna these are going to be branded as Elsa's Pet, and I wouldn't mind trying to work out how to start a charity to help people that don't have the means to cremate their pet when they die. I'm very lucky. I do have the means, like I am able to do that. I've been saving since we found out she was sick, and I also have fabulous children who, you know, if I couldn't do it, then they would do it, you know. I don't even have to ask. So I'm very, very blessed. I'm so lucky, but not everyone is. And I wouldn't mind being able to help a child, because when I was a kid, my experience was, well, the bin. We didn't even have a burial, I don't think. Then when the bigger dog died, my parents weren't in town. He'd gone all blue. He had heartworm, but I didn't know. And so my neighbour and I went to my neighbour's and I asked him if he could take us to the vet, and he drove us to the vet, and he took the dog in, and I was waiting outside in the waiting room because I was like, I don't know, 10. I was young. And when he came out, I asked where Donnie was, and he said, oh, the vet put him down. The vet put him to sleep. I didn't know what put him to sleep was, so, You know, I had a couple of years where I was afraid to go to sleep. You know, it was a whole thing. I was a very mixed up, troubled child. But nowadays, yeah, something I know that's going to help my son a great deal, because he'll have something off her, and I'd like to be able to help people that can't afford it. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you for joining me. We didn't really do a lot about wax melts, did we? Well, I guess it's like you welt the max. I don't know what's wrong with my brain today. You welt the max, and you welt. Take 5. You melt the wax. You add your crayon, or whatever color you want, and add some fragrance, and that's if you need to, because if you bought a candle that's already got some fragrance in it, then you don't need it, and then you have yourself some safe things, some safe wax melts that you don't need to have a flame for. That dreaded flame, I'm scared of them. I don't like candles, never have, because of the flame, but these things are great. Alrighty. I'll see you later. I've probably got a Temu one to do. Well, I know I do have Temu to do because my cupboard is bulging with Temu. I'll try and do a much better job than I did in that last one. That was horrid. I nearly didn't upload it because it was, and then I just, there was items in there that I thought people might be interested in because it went more towards the men's and boys side of things and just girly stuff. So I like hid my head and then uploaded it, and yeah, I'm scared to actually have a look. It'll be like, you suck, what are you doing? Anyway, bye. I'm going to turn this off now. See you later. See you in the next one.